I appreciate much more a firm conviction rather than petty condescension that we had received in the past. I can respect an honorable foe, and I know that you guys have considered this certainly more thoroughly recently than you did in the beginning. A couple points of clarification. There was a gentleman by the name of Jason McCafferty who spoke quite publicly and vociferously, and he is a public school student. You have heard from him and other public school students that were here in these chambers. Also, you referenced the study that Dallas is promoting, and we've been studying that study as well. We're working with groups in Dallas to oppose curfews everywhere. Bedford's not the only place. It's just this is where I live, so that's why we're here. Since we view this as a matter of principle and not a matter of mechanics, we will continue to oppose the legislation here because of the principle at large here. The scattergraphs and the heat diagrams you're talking about in the Dallas study, I think are suspect because the broad hours that they quote from those statistics go outside the actual range of the curfew hours. And we're in the process of getting freedom of information requests to clarify whether the numbers that they quote are accurate. Personally, I think that they're not all together, obviously because the police enforcement there has a vested interest to boost their power and authority. I do respect everybody that came, although I don't know why they left. Maybe they were afraid they would learn something here in the open session from other people. Because as much as they want to say that there's totally no risk at all to all these other people, the letter of the law states that, first of all, the offense is being in public. That's the offense. If you look 17 or younger and are in public, then right there you've broken the law. The defense, again, I can't believe we're going over this over and over again. The fact is that the enforcement of this legislation, this ordinance, is that a defense means that they can issue a citation based on strictly their own judgment. And again, the principle is what's at stake here. I mean, I know that there are kids who are at risk, but are you saying that if we bring a bunch of victims of drunk driving accidents to the council, that they would feel justified in taking away all our car keys in the nighttime because that's when accidents happen? Are you saying that if we brought enough people who were impacted by accidental handgun discharges, that you would be justified in taking away the liberties of all of us? Because that's what you've done. You say you're looking for the future. I'm asking you to consider the long-term effects and ramifications of the steps that we're taking now. The letter of the law is what we have the problem with. This is not a homeschool issue. This is a liberty issue. Because everybody is affected. Public school, private school, homeschool, and businesses. All these people are affected by this ordinance. The ridiculous numbers that the HEB administration throws out with regard to homeschooling aside, all of us are affected. This truly is an issue of liberty because it's the letter of the law. That's what the letter of law does. And I respect Chief David Flooring. I know that he has great discretion. And I know that and no one here is saying that you did anything illegal. When we talk about a public hearing, nobody's accusing the council of being sinister and doing stuff that's illegal. And I understand you guys were defensive and you kind of withdrew last session. Nobody's accusing you of doing those kind of things. It's the principle of the matter that we have issue with. Look to the future. I really implore you guys to look beyond the mechanics. Consider the real impact of the letter of the law. What's next? What's next in the interest of the greater good, the collective good? The loss of our liberty is not a collective good. Thank you.